All right. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Cabalot, no GG.
Apologies for the late little delayed start there.
Yeah, that little delay start. My computer was bugging and it was gonna blast some random music, and I just stopped it from doing it. But yeah, it's your friendly neighborhood drug dealer over here, Mr. King
Oh,
Firewolf 13.
hey, why am I the drug dealer? Is it because you're the addict?
Hell no. What the fuck? Hell no. That gotta be you. You the drug dealer and the addict all in one.
It doesn't really work like that though.
Now I'm gonna jump in my seat.
Yeah, you better.
Hopefully I didn't jump on no glizzies or nothing.
Why'd you leave him out? You're supposed to put him in
Nah.
this fridge over here. Okay, they're in there.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
The
Excuse me.
meat's in
Excuse me.
there.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
yeah, we haven't done one of these in a while. A lot of things happen, Got my
Correct.
I got my hair cut. Sadly, no more dreads. No more dreads. No
Yeah,
more.
we need to start. We need to get back into doing these more often, especially since my busy month is over. I was very busy this last month. Um,
Um,
I got my
got
driver's license.
got a new mic, got a gaming chair.
Oh, you did. I was like, I didn't get a new mic. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I got a mic, a gaming chair, kinda comfortable as shit. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, got some new shoes, yeah. And then, yeah, just crunch mode, like trying to get everything set up for my gaming setup, my streaming setup, and all. But yeah,
Yep, yep. All right. So what are we
he,
here to
he
talk about today?
uh, you wanted to name drop some people. Let's get into that.
Well, what are we starting with? That like what should I say? The rehearse, not the rehearsal, but the re going through the shitstorm of bitches slash.
Yeah, the shit storm of bitches.
We can rehash that, or we can go back to
The
the other thing we
restart.
were talking about last night. That
The
sounds
shit
kind of
storm of
sus, but
bitches.
if you saw the stream,
Yeah, if you
you
saw the
would.
stream, you would know. Yeah, even though we haven't been active, I've been streaming every once in a while because, yeah. Um, yeah. So we be
Yeah.
talking about some deep, deep shit.
All right.
Not, not literally deep shit, but deep shit. But yeah, we gonna talk about this shit
Where do I
storm of
start with the
bitches.
shitstorm? Shitstorm of women.
Where it went downhill for you.
That could be multiple places. That could be sophomore
That
year
could
of high school.
uh,
Uh,
where where
that could
where
be.
where it started to go downhill after the. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything. I'm gonna let you say it. But yeah,
Well,
you
that's what I'm saying. Sophomore year of high school, winter break, which was when, you know, I didn't get the help I. What the hell just happened?
it just kicked you from the room. Well, I'm gonna have to create a party and
Well, ignore
turn
what's
it
going on the
online.
screen right now. That's not what this is about. Okay?
There we go.
Um, yeah, it's not about what's going on the screen. Just as long as you can listen to the words. Um, is the downhill thing? So that's the downhill. That's where you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to frame it. Do I want to tell the? I'll get to the whole story later,
Get the whole
because the whole
story
story,
maxed out.
well, the whole story starts with the other topic of conversation that we have planned.
Uh,
That's why
yeah.
we could start with the other one, and
All
then
right, we might as well
lead into the
start with the other
shitstorm.
one. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, as you could tell, we have two things planned, and we didn't know what order to do them in. So, apologies for
Yeah,
that,
fuck it.
viewers.
Let's just get it out. Let's just get the whole thing out in order that leads up to, the
Yeah,
big
yeah.
major
So,
storm of shitty bitches.
you can probably go first with this question. So, we were in the stream yesterday, Capilot stream, and I said, what did I say? If you could, oh, I know.
Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I
If
was
you
gone
could
for a
go
second.
back in time, like to some point in your life, and have like a complete reset, a complete do-over. You don't remember anything. Like you don't have any memories of your future. All you have, you just go back to a moment in time. What would be different, if anything would be different? Maybe you almost made a decision that you didn't end up making, or something else. So, if you could go back, where would you go back for one, and what would be different? I think actually it was more specific. I think I said if you could go back to like the beginning of high school, but or at least
I would go
to
back,
high
me
school.
personally, I would go back to 2018. 2018 junior year, 2018 going into 2019 junior year type shit. Around winter time, because that's when I missed a shit ton of days of school. I would go back to that. But if I wouldn't remember anything from, you know, like the Thanos snap and shit, if I didn't remember anything on what happened type shit, I would most likely do the same shit I did prior. Like,
Yeah, because we also talked about if you did remember stuff, what we would do different,
yeah.
which you
But
can
I
talk
am,
about if you want. But
yeah, if it was shit I would remember, yeah, I wouldn't have did no fuck boy shit. But, you know, you know.
I think you've said it on a podcast
Yeah, I
before,
said it on a podcast. It was like
so
the earlier podcasts.
where
But
did
yeah,
a bad thing.
yeah, cheated and yeah, I wouldn't have done that. If I would have had the same knowledge I had right now, then game changer, boy. Real shit.
Yeah. So,
That leads into you, my boy.
yeah. Oh, well, did you say you wouldn't get kicked out?
Oh yeah, I wouldn't have got kicked out of high school either
Yeah,
for missing a lot of days of
even if you
school.
didn't remember stuff, you still
I
wouldn't
would, I
have.
would, cause I was iffy on playing basketball for the school. But if I would have played basketball for the school, I wouldn't have got kicked out. Cause that's all I was going to school for was gym, basketball, and then some other classes like art, computer science, shit like that. Yeah, I was computer science is big brain activity right there. Graphic design classes too on top of that. Yeah,
Those were fun.
I was doing a whole bunch of extra shit on the computer.
Those were actually fun, and it's useful for what we do now, aka
Yeah.
YouTube, thumbnails and thumbnails and that.
That's what I really learned how to use Photoshop. But I don't even do that. I don't use Photoshop no more. I use other apps that work the same way as Photoshop. So, still, you know, it comes in handy. But yeah, that goes into Mr. King Firewolf.
Yes, yes, it does. So I said there's a lot of things. If I didn't have any memory, there's a good chance that a lot of I would still make a lot of obviously I'd make a lot of the same decisions, but it would all start completely different because I would go back to the summer, like when I like after between 8th grade and in freshman year of high school.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I would go back to that point is because of the relationship I was in. I was in ended a lot sooner.
Can't
Like
say it was a toxic relationship because it really wasn't toxic. It was just that
not really. I
main
mean,
part.
even
That
towards.
main part was kind of toxic
So this
in a
relationship,
sense, because that
it
was a
was
red
an
flag.
eighth. It was yeah. It was when I should have left then, but I didn't.
For
I
the
don't know
people that
why.
don't know, a loyalty test happened. He passed, but it was just
Well, okay. So I was
it was personal stuff that was in it that gave him the hint, like, oh yeah.
well. I was the girl that I was dating decided, hey, me and my friend and my ex, that's right, um, are gonna make a fake account to loyalty test me. Me? Hello? It's me. Which is a red flag, especially that early on in the relationship. But it's a
Mm-hmm.
red flag anyway, because it's just. I get you want someone to be loyal and you want to test, but there's no reason to. Really, I mean, I get
This,
if you suspect if
yeah,
you suspect someone of cheating, that's different.
this is how I
But
see
they
it too.
didn't,
On top of that,
and all you're doing is letting the insecurities get to your head.
this is how I see this. If it's a just the start of a relationship, there's no point. There's no things that give you the automatic conclusion of, or ID I meant, of, oh yeah, he might be talking to some other bitches. He might be doing this. If that was such a big thing, you shouldn't have got in a relationship. In this fucking, especially early 2018, 2016, well, yeah, 2017 for you.
2017, yeah.
2017, yeah, for 2017 for you. If someone, if someone gonna leave you or cheat on you, they're gonna do it, regardless what you think or say. So it's just you can't control that. It's just building you up for the next person at the end of the day. So you had well, not you. I'm saying for the female. Oh, what the hell happened?
You
My
can use
game,
names if you want. Oh,
um,
did your game start doing something?
my
Oh, it
game
did.
completely froze. Completely froze. But yeah. Anywho, yeah,
Once again, ignore what's going on the screen. Just listen to the words.
and
Yes, that's the girl I was dating at the time.
you know, this is for you if you paying attention to this.
If you see this at any
Probably if
point.
you see this, um, yeah, if people was gonna cheat on you, they gonna cheat on you. You can't, you know. So doing the loyalty test shit, I would understand stalking someone's page, doing shit like that. I would understand that, but going out your way to create a dummy account to text someone to see if
and
they
not
gonna
and the
cheat.
crazy part
It's
is
basically bait. You're
she
baiting
did
them to
it
cheat.
with her friend and her ex. That's the
And
craziest part.
and in my opinion, if you baiting someone to cheat on you, you're asking for someone to cheat on you. Because you worry about the wrong things is going to end up happening. You
Yeah.
pay attention to the good shit's going to happen. Yeah, sure, there's going to be
Plus,
little
yeah,
rough patches and shit, but
yeah, again, trust issues. Like I get it, but like there, what's up with that? I just don't get it. Like, I don't know. I forgot exactly what I said yesterday about it, but it's like you're. I mean, and, it's all this is insecurities, and it's a red flag if you really get in your head that much that someone's not going to be loyal 1 month into the relationship.
Which is crazy.
Which I mean,
Crazy as hell.
I would be because that's me, but for a lot of people, it's not, which I don't like either. But that's reality. Like I said, if you suspect someone of cheating, it's different.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find a new map, by the way. Um,
All right.
but
But
yeah,
yeah, I feel like
that's like how it, I guess,
me
started.
personally, I'm a petty motherfucker. If someone's gonna do a loyalty test on me or something like that, I'm just gonna text their sister. I'm gonna hit it home from there. Like, okay, you don't like, wow, okay. You don't like people cheating on you, but you're begging for the attention for someone to do it. Type shit. I'm just extra with this shit. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
It,
So yeah, I would go back because yeah, like I said, there's a month in a relationship. It happened because I forgot how long I was being texted for, but all I know one night, uh, I was about to like go to sleep. It was pretty freaking late. Um, and yeah, I was about to go to sleep, and then you found out, and then told me, and then we were talking about it that night, and then you came over the next day. And I think, did we talk that next day? Because I know we talked in the night, because I was like
I
debating if
came
I
over
wanted
the
to
next
break up.
day and I was playing basketball and you grabbed the ball. You snatched the ball. But before he snatched it, he had his phone out and he showed me this shit. And I was just like, wow, that's crazy. It kicked me completely from off my account. It's like not logging in. Technical difficulties.
Definitely.
Like I'm typing in my password that I would think it is, and it's just not letting me log in at all.
Hmm.
Oh, wow, it said it's done. Wow, it logged me in. Finally.
But yeah, that's the moment I would go back to, and instead of staying in the relationship, because you told me that I should break up with her, and
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I was on the verge of doing it, but I got convinced otherwise. So there's a good chance that I wouldn't get back into the relationship, or like keep it going, I should say.
And me personally, I was clowning him the whole time he was in the relationship with her because she wasn't that, like,
We don't gotta go there.
she was hideous,
You're
bro.
not wrong,
She was hideous.
okay? But you don't go there, But anyway, so yeah, then we get to beginning of high school. I'd be going into it. I'd be going into it single instead of in a relationship. Nothing else really would have changed that summer, other than I wouldn't be doing relationship things. Um, like dates, whatever. That's like the only difference. Um, yeah, so freshman year of high school, it starts off different, and I know I've told this story before. Don't exactly remember if it was on the podcast. I think it was, but just one like the first day or two of high school, it was we like got put into groups. It was a science class, and there was these two girls in my group. I don't know if it was like groups of 3, groups of 4 or 5, whatever. Um, and they asked like if asked if I had a girlfriend. I was like, it's really weird to ask someone you don't know at all randomly if they have a girlfriend or not. And I said yes because I did. And obviously in this scenario, I wouldn't, so I would say no. And that could have changed the entire course. I don't know what they asked for.
Oh,
I have no idea. But who knows what it could have been. So, yeah, there's that. The first girl that I actually thought was cute in high school. This was in like the first couple weeks. Um, I probably still wouldn't have done anything because, again, this is me we're talking about. Um, until the end of the year, where I started to actually, like a different girl. And in the actual in the real life scenario, I was out of a relationship by this point, or at least the relationship was like pretty much over. I don't exactly remember, but either way, I started liking this other girl that was in my math class. And one day, I decided, I was like, hey, you know, I'm gonna, I'm laughing at myself, and you're probably gonna laugh on the inside, maybe in the outside. But I was like, I'm gonna leave a note on her desk because she sits next to me, and kind of sort of ask her out that way. Because that was, again, that was my Riz back then. Or should I say lack thereof.
lack of riz.
leaving,
I ain't
leaving
even gonna lie. I
notes.
did the same shit freshman year because this one girl just was like in my class and she thought I was fine as shit. She was cute too, but
Yeah.
she just had a
Yeah.
big ass nose and a big ass head. And me looking back, I'm just like, good thing I didn't date her, bro, because she was toxic as
But
shit.
yeah, it was the beginning of me liking the girl for the 4.5 years. Um, yeah, it ended up because it was like I was thinking about it. I think it was in April, so it was a month before school was out. I was like, oh, this will be great. It's almost school's almost out, so it's like even if she says no or doesn't do anything with it, it's like there's only a few weeks left, and then I'm out. I don't have to deal with it. And then I also talked myself out of it because I wrote it and I put it on her desk, and I was like, this is gonna sound weird, but I promise you it's not. Um, because I kind of clocked about because I knew I got into the class really early because I came from the gym room and the gym room wasn't that far. It was like I just had to go up the stairs and it was like the first room, I think, like next to the stairs. So it was really close. So I was always in there and I always be like, okay, she always gets in like a minute or two after I do. But she took longer this day. So I was like, oh, maybe she's not here. So I took it off the desk and I was like, ah, fuck, she's probably not here, and I don't want to leave this there in case, like, because one of her like friends was in that class, and he's, whatever. So I took it off, and then she ended up coming in, and I was like, damn, I could have left it. Uh, but again, that's one of those decisions where I was like, really debating about it, and I probably, if I wasn't as freshly single as I was at that point, I probably would have, fucking like left it on there because I would have been like tired of being single at that point because instead of being single for 2 months maybe it would have been single for like the entire school year. So a big difference. So
Yeah.
that would have definitely changed the decision I made there. I'm sure. But yeah, and then my originally, like I said, I decided because I was like I just got out of a relationship. I was like I don't want to rush into another one just because I don't like how the last one, and like I don't want to just like have it be a rebound. So I was like, oh, okay, it's probably for the best that I didn't leave it on the desk, so I could go into summer and see if after the summer's over and when the next school year starts, see if I still like her. And of course I did. And I regretted that for a long time. I still kind of do.
I
That
was
I
like,
didn't
bro, why the
fucking
fuck you
leave the
still
note
like her,
there.
bruh?
Bro, I'm
That whole
telling
time I was
you.
like, bro, why? It's like when you attached onto her. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
I will not name drop her, not yet, because I just don't want to. But yeah. Oh my
The
god.
whole thing him out of a relationship was just like, oh, he was fresh
So like I said,
meat. Oh, he's out of a
that
relationship.
is like the one thing that I would definitely do different, and it would definitely happen. Like yours was, you wouldn't get kicked out. That's my, if I could go back, the second big thing I'd change.
Sure, for sure.
And then sophomore year comes along, and I'm still trying to figure out if this was the worst year of high school for me or if junior year was. In sophomore year, so of course, I still like the girl. She's in another one of my classes again. Um, and we actually somewhat interacted in the math class in freshman year. It was kind of like we were like I said, she sat next to me, and another one of my friends sat on the other side of me, like a seat in front. So like there's someone next to me, and then in front of the seat next to me, he sat there. So we got in like groups of 4, and like we got paired into a group of 4, and so we were kind of talking. It was her and her friend, and me and my friend. So like I said, we kind of somewhat interacted. But yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I felt that was important. I just did.
Double date much?
But yeah, then sophomore year comes along, and it's coming up to winter break. Like I said, I still like the girl at this point, but my friend named Alexis. Keep in mind, somewhat loosely say that.
Basically,
That's sort of a loose term.
yeah,
Um,
not really friends, but yeah,
and
not
this was
enemies
because
either. It's
I didn't even
more.
know he went to the school until this year. I think I might have known. No, I think I found out the other year because I think he asked to live with me, and he did. Because my mom's nice. But she doesn't want me to say that. So actually, never mind. My mom's mean.
No,
She's just cool.
She's nice. Yeah.
But she doesn't like me saying that. So, because she doesn't want people to think she's nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So and then I asked him. I'm like, hey, because again, I'm shy as fuck in high school. I was. So in the reality version, I asked him, to talk to the girl, and do whatever. But assuming, let's say, I decided to still not leave the note, I still gave myself enough confidence. Again, I just talked myself out of it, or something went wrong, and I was like, oh, now the energy's off. I don't want to do it anymore. So I asked him to do it, and he said he would. He didn't
He never
even
did.
try. He didn't try. That's the issue. But anyway, I've told that story before as well. I'm pretty sure. There's a chance I would have done it myself at a different time because, like I said, this is right before winter break. So again, it's like, even if it goes wrong, there's 2 or 3 weeks where I'm not in front of other people, so no one has to know. No one has to think about it. So there's a chance that I also would have done something there. But the note thing, I definitely would have done. Even if I had no memory, I definitely think I would have done that. And high school. Why did I say it like that?
High school?
High school. High school.
It's like you
would
trying
be
to be Scottish for
Either
a
way,
second.
even if she said no, the entire course of high school would be different for me if
High
I just
school
left
would be
that damn
different.
note on her fucking chair. Ba-dum. Yeah. Sophomore year comes, and then yeah, winter break happens. I ended up going on vacation in the spring, March or May, I believe. I know I skipped April, but I know it wasn't in April. It was March or May. I guess it could have been in April, one of the spring months. I go out of town, find out she has a boyfriend, yada yada yada. I'm pretty sure I've told that story. I don't remember if I have or not. She's still with him, by the way. So that's why
Crazy.
that girl is still with the dude she was with that back then, which is why I think if I got to her first, that we would be together still.
Yeah, sure.
Like as soon as I saw that and then I saw them stay together like in through the entirety of high school and to this day, as far as I know, I was like, that should be me. Not to quote Justin Bieber or anything, but literally, that should be me.
That should be me holding your head. Oh
Literally,
God.
literally, that's what was in my head. It's like that should be me, and it could be me. But yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda. And then but because of what happened all those times over, I was on the path of what I like to call the shitstorm of
Oh,
bitches,
bitches. Yeah,
which is
that's a thing
yeah,
we came up with, and we're using David's voice for it. Bitches.
yeah,
Shit's my bitches.
shitstorm of bitches. Yeah.
Speaking of David, we miss you, buddy. Come on, man.
Come back to the
Come.
pod. Come back to the party, and just don't be fucking stoned every time.
Yeah, come on, man. But
Cause
anywho,
we would be talking to him and playing more if he wasn't every time he didn't join the party. He's like, hey, oh
hey.
shit.
Oh shit, bro. I'm high as shit, bro.
I'm
Bro,
talking
guess
to a girl
what?
with big titties.
Guess what, bro? I'm high as shit, and I'm talking to a girl with big chichis.
Yeah, that's our David.
I got in trouble with the cops. I got caught with weed at school.
I had to go to a school where they shaved my hair.
But yeah,
But yeah. Yeah, and then I went on the path of the shitstorm of bitches. Shitstorm of bitches.
shit storms your bitches.
It was junior year after the midway point, so after winter break again. Um, I think that timeline's correct. Um, because if I get the first person and the shitstorm of bitches correct, then it's all correct. But and you know this one because I asked for your help this time, even though you didn't go to the school.
Yep. I just had enough sauce to end up adding the girl, and yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, she was in my astronomy class, and I made the decision because I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to get over the girl that I've liked at that point for 2.5 years, because obviously it's not gonna happen because she has a boyfriend. Blah blah blah, whatever I told myself. But that's the gist of it. Um, she pissed you off more than she pissed me off.
Mhm. Cause I texted her. He was like, "Bro, can you text her for me, please, and thank you? Since Alexis ain't gonna ever help me again or try to help." I was like,
Cause yeah,
"Say no more. I'm a real ass motherfucker. I'm a real ass nigga, so I'm gonna do
yeah,
that."
I gave you, because I knew what her snap was, because I had her added, or yeah, I had to have. It's like her name's Colette, whatever. So I was like, just do this, and boom, blah blah blah, boom boom boom, do the thing.
He sent the snap. I added her. She added me 30 minutes later. I text her, and I was like, "My homie Hunter, he's in your class. You probably seen him around, but he's attracted to you. Like he wants to date you type shit." And all she said to that was, "Okay." Nothing like, "Oh, really? Like for real?" He's nothing like that. She just was like, "Okay." I just looked at it. I was like, "Okay, that's all he gets is a okay." That's nah, nah. So from
Yeah,
after
that
that,
pissed you off more than it pissed
I
me off. I didn't
unadded
even
her.
really.
After
That
that,
didn't
I
even
was
really
just like,
piss me off.
just a okay. Like
And I think it didn't really piss me off just because I like. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like in a weird depression. Like after sophomore year into junior year, I was kind of in a somewhat depression. So I kind of didn't care. I cared, but I wasn't like super pissed off about it. I was kind of like, oh, of course,
I
you
don't
know.
like okay from any female. Like if you gonna say okay, that's more like a conversation ender right there. Like
Yeah. So
it's just a
after,
whole turn off type shit. Like it's like
yeah,
okay,
after
like what are we
her,
gonna say after this type shit.
yeah, after her, 'cause I was still friends with Alexis at this point, but I kept a distance. You know what I mean? Like I kind of like I kept a good distance away. Like I didn't talk
Hmm.
about much other than like playing the game. Um,
Didn't talk to him about bitches at all because he
'Cause
would
yeah,
just joke and go
me,
like, you know,
him,
him, non-bitch having ass.
him, and another another one of my good buddies, good buddies, named Lloyd. We went out
Lloyd, the
to like
realest white
movies.
person, or not white person,
The
black
whitest
person
black
that
person.
acts, yeah.
He never knows why people say that, but everybody says that about him. So it has to be true. um, yeah, we were talking about it. Was it over the summer? It might have been over the summer. Um, but he knew a girl that I also thought was attractive. I think I had her in my Spanish class. Um, uh, and yeah, he knew her because she was friends with his girlfriend at the time that he didn't like. That's a whole different
I
story,
don't
but yeah.
understand that.
He stayed in that relationship for no reason. He cheated like the almost the whole time. Not the whole time, but for like a lot of it. And he stayed in the relationship for no reason. Anyway, but yeah, he was friends. She was friends with his girlfriend because one day he's talking to me. He's about it. He was talking to his girlfriend or something, and we were at like I think Alexis's party. Maybe it was a little bit before, but he's like, "Hey, do you know this girl named Amelie in like your class or whatever? She went to Burke with you." I'm like, "Yeah, I do." And he's like, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Yeah, she's attractive, whatever." So he kind of, sort of, I don't want to say hooked us up, but yes, without the sexual innuendo there, because I'm a virgin ash boy, and it's called the shitstorm of bitches for a reason. I knew you were
I
holding in
didn't want to
laughter.
laugh at
I
you.
knew you were
I
holding
didn't
in
want to
laughter.
laugh. I just was like, ah.
I knew you were holding
But
in laughter.
yeah, that whole situation was weird. I was just like, bro, okay. They
Yeah.
started talking and
So
shit. They
we
started
started
talking.
talking, and it seemed like it was going great. It ended up being where she was moving to a different state, and she didn't want to do a long distance relationship, and he told me that, and so I knew that, but I was kind of like, maybe there's a chance I can, like convince her,
Yeah, talk to her.
because I ended up figuring out the reason she didn't like long distance. And she said she would never do it is because she did it before, and I think got cheated on or something. I don't remember exactly, but I was kind of like, well, you're not gonna know again if you don't try. Things like that. Anyways, kept happening. Blah blah blah. So I ended up like I got rejected. Oh well, whatever. Um, couple
Turns to
days
find
later,
out.
I was playing Minecraft, with you.
and
Who else was
Dasani.
playing? Was it Dasani? Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought it was like Ty or
it
something.
was
I don't know.
it was me, you, Dasani, and then David and Abby joined later that day. But
But
yeah,
I was gone. I thought it was someone else though. I
nah,
thought it was like
Todd
anyway.
never played
Um,
Minecraft.
yeah, it was Dasani. But yeah, Dasani water.
My cousin Dasani.
Come to find out, because we got into an argument over something that I said. It was about because she was drinking, and I said something just like not to get like drunk or whatever. I don't remember exactly what it was. I don't remember the exact words or anything.
He
It
was
was
pretty
along
much
those
looking out
lines.
for her.
I was trying to look out for her, and it did the way I said it, it did kind of come off as like weird,
Demanding.
kind of like trying to tell her what to do and whatnot. That's not what it was intended to be. But I did like after looking at it, I was like, okay, I could see that how you took it that way. But yeah, in the middle of that whole entire thing, it ended up coming out that the only reason she was talking to me in the first place is because Lloyd asked her to, so I could get practice talking to girls. I was when I tell you,
He was
I was
heated with
fucking
Lloyd.
pissed.
He wanted to snap Lloyd's neck.
Like I stopped playing because I was having fun playing Minecraft. I remember exactly what I was
We was
doing.
having fun. We was
It was the giant
looking
city
at
that we
the.
have. I was
It
making a
was the city.
farmhouse, making a farm area.
It was my world we were on. It's the world with the
I th-
dick that was on David's building,
I thought it was mine.
and Dasani was going up and down, and we was just laughing. And then
I thought it was. I
he
thought
ended.
no. I thought it
Nah,
was mine.
nah, we were in
Either
my
way, we were
world.
playing Minecraft, and I was doing. I know I was doing some farmhouse or something. I think that's why I thought it was on mine. But I was clearing land for something then. Yeah, and I stopped playing completely, and I was just completely fully involved in this text argument now. Because as soon as I got that, I was like, wait, because she said a little comment of like something, and I was just kind of like, wait, what? And then I had her explain it, and then I was kind of like, because she was talking about like blocking me or whatever. I was like, okay, just shut the fuck up about that for a second. Just tell me what this is, and and then I have no reason to fucking talk to you anymore if you don't want me to fucking talk to you anymore. Because that's how fucking pissed I was. I'm like, okay, now that you dropped this little tidbit of information, you better tell me the whole fucking thing. And she did, which, bonus points for that.
W
Not
for
that there
her
was
for
any
telling
points to
him.
begin that. Well, don't say
Yeah.
that.
W for telling the truth
W
now.
W in that moment, yes.
She could have said that from the rip from the conversation. Like,
I think I think she thought that I knew. From like when I remember the conversation, I think she thought that I knew, and that that as we were talking, that I grew feelings that way. I think that's what she thought. I think she thought that I knew and just whatever, but I didn't. I was in the dark. But maybe she didn't know. I don't remember. Either way, still yes, should have told me earlier. But yeah. So now I don't trust Lloyd to set me up with anybody ever again. Because of that. But yeah,
yeah.
after that, I've never said a single word to her. Even though one time, randomly, this was like maybe a year ago, a few months, a lot of months ago, whatever. She sent me like a sticker, a random sticker. I don't even remember what the sticker was, but I just opened it and left it alone because I kept my word. I said because I literally said, as we were talking about, I was like, I don't never have to talk to you again, and I haven't. So we still have each other added on Snap, which surprised me because I thought the streaks were gonna stop because we had a streak going, but they haven't. So that kind of
Mm.
surprised me, but yeah. There's that one. So that didn't help my mental state at that point, which is really bad. Junior year starts, and I think I didn't mention it, but I think I did talk to two other girls in that time period. They didn't go anywhere. But I did actually try to talk to two girls in that time period as well. Again, it didn't go anywhere. Um, but again, of course, also one of them that I was talking to, maybe both. Well, one was in a relationship and I didn't know it until after that. And I was after I talked to her for a little bit, and then she said something about it. I was like, oh shit, and then I stopped talking to her. But the other one wasn't in a relationship, and then she ended up getting in one with somebody that I somewhat knew. Like I knew, but like I didn't really talk to ever. Um, and what do you know? Another long-term relationship from someone that could have been me.
Yeah.
Because I think, as far as I know, they're still together too. So, yay! You're fucking welcome. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
junior year starts, and at this point, I'm just like, okay, if I keep talking to people, there's no way they all can say no. Because I'm still, at this point, I'm still trying to. And it's not that I was trying to get into a relationship to get over the other girl. I was just trying to get into a relationship because I wanted to be in one. And I was like, oh, this girl, she's attractive, whatever. I want to talk to her, whatever. So it was like, I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. Is that it was like, I was genuinely trying to get into a relationship with somebody, and it wasn't just to get over somebody else that I never was in a relationship with. But yeah, So the first girl in junior year. Do I remember all of them? I say all of them like there was so many.
Damn. All of them.
So the class was, it was semi homeroom. It was like everybody is basically like, it wasn't really a study hall either. No, it was a homeroom, I think, because it was the beginning of the day. It was just, it didn't feel like it because we were in the gym and there was like so many people in there. But my friend was in there with me. One of my friends from Burke, who's in the military now, so that's fun. Um, yeah, he was in there with me, and we'd always hang out in there, playing mostly Call of Duty Mobile, when that was like a big thing. And I started talking to a girl in there because she always caught my eye when she was in there because she was in another class of mine as well. I was like, damn, like damn, damn, damn. Um, I normally don't say this much when I'm telling a story, by the way, just so you guys know. I'm just trying to fill dead space, so it's not just dead
Um,
silent.
um,
Um, um,
um,
um, um, um, um, um, um, um, um, um.
yeah.
But yeah, so I add her on Snap. She adds me back, which it always surprises me when they do that. But that also tells me that they're not in a relationship. So score. Except not really, because sometimes they still do. Anyway, we actually talked for 2 or 3 weeks. I know I showed Lloyd what she looked like, and he was like, "Okay, okay, damn." I was like, "Yeah, I know," just because I was talking to her at that point. But yeah, then she ended up completely just ignoring, like completely ghosting me out of nowhere, which was Super fun. And I didn't even know she ghosted me until she posted on Instagram. I was like, oh, okay. After like leaving me on delivered. So I was like, okay, that's fun. Her name was Kayla, but it was spelled not like the way you think it's probably spelled. It was spelled a different way. And
Ayla.
no, spelled a different way.
Ayla.
Nope. Doesn't start with a K at all.
C. Damn. Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, that's what I said. Spelled in a very weird way. Yeah, and then it's cause she started talking to another dude, which I found out through like her stories or something. She posted on her story like to not hit her up. It's like, well, that's great. Fucking thank you for ghosting me. That was the first time it happened.
Females
It's
that
one of
do
those
that
where
is
it's like
just so weird. They,
you could just say something like, "Hey,
yeah,
I'm
like
talking to someone
at least
else."
be. But then they make their excuse. I don't have to explain myself to you. No, in our reality is you technically do. You have to explain yourself regardless what you do in this world. Like when you try to get the job, you have to explain your what you want. Like because they ask you questions, you're explaining yourself. You answering what they're saying. Like just it's the same way when you talking to people. You're explaining yourself regardless. So
Yeah, and we're gonna get into this again later, as you know.
yeah.
But
So I
yeah,
felt like she needed to explain, okay, yeah. Sorry, my bad. I'm talking to somebody now. And kept shit pushing from there.
hmm
But ghosting someone is just corny as hell. Little kid shit, in my opinion.
yeah. Especially if after you've been talking for a few weeks too.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway. After that, so yeah, she did that, and then I don't even know if she actually started to date the dude or not. But then later on, a couple years later, or so, she started dating somebody else. White dude like me. Thought I wasn't her type back then. Apparently, that's what I was thinking. That's what it seemed like. I think I heard. I don't know. Remember if I heard it somewhere or what. But either way, that was kind of annoying. Not really, because by that point I was kind of like I don't give a shit. But yeah.
Crazy.
And after the day after she ghosted me, because it was a school day, uh, and yeah, it was the homeroom again. My friend was in there, because normally I was like tired, but you know, he'd show up, and be like, hey, what's up, man? Like, let's fucking play Call of Duty. I didn't want to do anything. I was staring like straight ahead, listening to music, and he's like, you alright? I'm like, I forgot if I what I said or anything. I was just kind of like, yeah, I'll be fine, whatever. And then the next day I was fine. But that day after that happened, I just was fucking staring, just fucking. I glared a couple times in the direction she was in, not like when she was looking, just because I was like stirring in my head. I was kind of like, fuck, fuck. Yeah. What was the next one in the shitstorm? Fuck. Because it was like every 2 months or so I would try again. I don't even remember.
And during that event, I was talking to during the all that, I was talking to the shitstorm of bitches, Jasmine. Yeah, I said something about this in prior podcasts, but basically she was just a weird bitch. Like she was just weird. One minute she liked me, next minute she didn't, and yeah, it was just shit like that. So I was in a shitstorm of bitches at that time too. But yeah,
Oh yeah, I was gonna check how long ago it was, but I forgot she. Oh wait, never mind. I did find it. So who was the next one? I don't even remember who the next one was. Hmm. Uh. Actually, no. That might have been the last one, because I think after that, I was kind of like, I'm done with these fucking
yeah,
bullshit. There was a lot of, yeah, that's right. Because there's a lot of people, like I said, there was a lot of people that I didn't mention that I kind of was hitting up in between them, but it just like didn't go anywhere and nothing memorable happened. But it's still a shitstorm because it still didn't end with me in a relationship or it ended with me getting rejected. So there's no point.
and then when I was talking to
Uh,
Jasmine, he was like, "At least you're fucking talking to somebody." That's all he said every time. Every time I would end up talking to somebody, at least you're fucking talking to somebody. Exactly like that.
Yep. Like I
Exactly
said,
like that.
I was in an awful headspace at that time. Like
And
that
then,
sophomore, like halfway through sophomore year, junior year to like pretty much COVID. I was in a shitty,
yeah.
awful headspace.
And then from his shit, then it was me with Jasmine. Then it was I pretty much told them what happened with me and Jasmine. Yeah. Then it was Sierra for part of the
Yeah.
summer. It wasn't like no. It was like we started
Ah, dude,
dating
that was
on before July.
that whole
It was like
situation was fucked.
yeah. It was me and her are still cool to this day though. Like would I date her again? Hell yeah, yeah, for sure.
Just never,
But
you wouldn't let her give you head.
but yeah, like that from that um then then it was I stopped talking to somebody for like or stopped talking to her, then I was single all the way up till October. Then I was in a group chat with Dasani and it was a sus group chat where you just say random sus shit, like funny shit. Like people know you're not sus, but you're just saying sus shit type shit. Uh,
Oh,
I
oh
ended up
yeah.
talking to Yahira. Um, L on my part. I try to put Hunter on with Jay Lee. Um,
Oh yeah, you could tell that. You can tell that shit. That was also part of the shitstorm.
yeah, part of the shit storm. Like she was just weird. Same thing with Yahira. Try to put him on, or I try to put Hunter on the sushi. She was fine as shit too. Like she
She
was
was
just.
cool. The only issue is that she kept saying I was dry when what the fuck am I supposed to say?
I texted
The
her about that, and
conversation's
she was
over.
like, "Yeah." She texted me after that, and she was like me personally, I don't want to get in a relationship. He's a nice dude, blah blah blah. And
Cause yeah, I was
I
like, I'm not
told
being dry. What
him
the fuck are
about
you
that shit,
talking
and I was
about?
just like, it is what it is.
I stopped talking to her at that point. So
And from there, me and Yahya were good going up till March. We ended up breaking up.
but yeah, she doesn't count in the shitstorm because she was actually cool. So
Yeah, yeah. Sushi was cool. She's the only cool one out of that
out of that
female
friend
shit.
group,
But
yeah.
yeah, then I was
But
single
yeah,
for
when
a
he tried to
whole
put
year
me
after
on
that.
with Jaylee, I got called like I got told I looked like a teacher.
I was on the phone with the girl. Yeah, yeah. I was on the phone with Yahira at that time, and she was just laughing, go like, he looks like my teacher. I'm just like, what the fuck? He looks like
Yeah,
a math teacher.
that was funny.
I was dying inside. I was just like, damn, bruh. If this is what he's gonna get compared to, he might as well have a baby face. Cause it was that goatee that was giving it a like making it look like you were a teacher.
When I had my little stubble fade coming in. Yeah.
Yeah. It was mainly that, like, and then from there, for me, it was I was single for a whole, I think it was like a year, but I was talking to people in between, like that shit. I was talking to like females here and there, but it wasn't like serious type shit. Ended up talking to Roxanne.
Roxanne, Roxanne.
Yeah, that song fits her pretty well. But
You want to
yeah,
explain
it was
how?
like that. I was gonna get into that. Yeah, so pretty much with her, we was on the phone every day. How me and her met was after Yahira, literally like right after. Cause I was like, I just got out of a fucked up relationship, but I don't know. She was like, "Do you want to talk about it?" I was like, "Sure." She was like, "Do you want me to call?" I was like, "Fuck it, might as well." Cause I was just snapping back and forth with her, just casually snapping back and forth. It wasn't like we was talking like we would say something like hi every once in a while, and but it wasn't serious until that day. Me and her was talking, boom, boom, boom. We was pretty much it was like we were together, but we weren't type shit. Turn to find out, she was dealing with shit, so she was away from her phone. She had someone log into her Snap and shit, which was her friend. He ended up posting a pic, or she ended up logging in and posting a picture of her and her one friend. Fake couple shit, but it wasn't no real couple. Shit like that. So I end up saying something like, "Wow, you in a relationship now?" A person who answered was her friend, and he was like, "Yeah, they're dating. Leave her the fuck alone now." Blah blah blah. Few months later, she ends up adding me on Snap again, and I was like, "I had you removed for a reason. Like, what do you want?" She was like, "Why you being an asshole?" I'm like, "Because you was dating somebody when me and you were talking." And she was like, "See, that's where you got it twisted. We started talking right after you unadded me, blah blah blah." I was like, "I didn't technically unadd you. Your friend unadded me. Your friend who you allowed on your Snap, who said you were in a relationship with somebody. That ain't my problem. That's yours. Shouldn't trust someone with your shit if you know they gonna answer somebody like period. Like shit like that." And from there, she was like, "Look, I still like you, but I just want to be friends." I was like, "Cool, same. So if I ask you to put me on with somebody, you gonna put me on with somebody. I know it's gonna hurt you in the end because you like shit like that." I was like, "I know it's gonna hurt you in the end," and she was like, "Yeah." And then from there, I just stopped talking to her. Like she was fine as fuck too. Like then I end up dating the one girl who yeah, Hunter know the story pretty much. I at this Me and this girl was talking for 2 months, and she wanted me to ask her out. So when I asked her out, um, we was dating for 2 days, and then she broke up with me.
A
Why the
week
fuck are you going?
max. But it was not
Like,
a week. It was like a day or two.
like 2 days, like, but it felt like a week. It was just like, damn. Me and her sister had like a little beef going. She didn't like me at all.
Yeah, because that's the one that you had to get like her sister to like you, and
Yeah, I
she
had to
didn't
get her
like you for
sister to like
whatever
me. Her
reason.
family already liked me. It was just her sister didn't like me. So I just had to I I was so nice one day. I was like, "Hey, you want to play Among Us with me?" She was like, "Yeah, of course." And then from there
I
we
was
had
in that game.
fun. Yeah, he was in that game. I had other friends that were in the game. Like we was having fun. And her sister ended up liking me. We ended
I
up
say
talking on FaceTime about this shit. And
the
she
funniest
was
part
like,
about that whole thing is that after you guys broke up, her, s- her sister's like sided with you.
yeah, after she broke up, her sister, like, after me and her broke up, her sister sided with me about, yeah, that was so fucked up. Like, you actually a genuine guy. Like,
The sister that didn't like him for the longest time.
yeah, like, didn't like me for the longest time. And actually, we spoke, and she finally got to know me and was like, yeah. Her whole thing is she didn't want me to hurt her sister. Her sister ended up hurting me. So I don't hurt people. They hurt me. That's just all it is. I don't really get hurt
Same
now. I
here.
just go like, okay, cool. You gonna do what you do. I got someone else in mind, type shit. It's not options because technically it's not really options. It's just you don't want me, so someone else will. That's just the reality of the world. But it's just like, yeah, that shit happened. I just was like, what, what, how I knew we was gonna break up because it's always shit that like that. I'm very in tune with myself spiritually and mentally. Like I had a dream about this shit. I was like, she's gonna break up with me. And everything that took place in the dream took place
That
when I
was
woke
freaky.
up.
I'm not
Like
gonna lie, that was freaky.
everything
Because
I
you did
said
that
was
more
gonna
than
happen, it
once. That was
happened.
freaky.
It still happens, but I just don't talk about it. Like it still happens. But I go like, yeah, this person's gonna do some shit. And did exactly that. So I was just like, okay, cool. It is what it is. I was hurt for sure. I was hurt as hell. Like, and then I stopped talking to her. She ended up unadding me because she seen I was doing shit she obviously couldn't take. She unfollowed me from not Facebook. What the fuck? Instagram. Connected to Facebook technically, but you know, yeah. But she's in a relationship with someone. I know it ain't gonna last long. That's just me, but she's in a relationship with someone now. And yeah,
Well,
from there, relationship wise, I went a while without a relationship. Did like little loyalty tests with females like Sky, yeah, here and there, but it wasn't like I wasn't
the craziest
dating
part though
them.
is that we both have similar things of like, if you never like if we went did back and you never cheated and I left the note there, because I do think I would have had a shot.
Yeah.
Uh, like I don't know. I just think I would have had a shot. But yeah, we both would have potentially been in a really long relationship
For sure.
to this
But
day.
yeah,
That's
from
the crazy part. But yeah.
all the relationships all that stemmed to the one with the girl who had a kid. I went like a few years without
Ouch.
dating anybody, and then I got with her, cause she hit me up on my birthday. Was like, "Happy birthday, boom, boom, boom." I knew her prior because she liked me for a long time, but still, and managed the fuck up. How the fuck you like someone for a long time and then cheat on them? I don't understand it. Me personally, it's just, but yeah, from that relationship, uh, yeah, she was just everybody bitch, like a hoe, Autobots, roll out type bitch. Yeah, um, her whole family was beefing with her over that shit.
Yeah.
Going to now, I don't talk to anybody. I'm chilling. Like I I text people here and there, like on some see if I still got it type thing. But I be chilling.
When a little off topic real quick, but um when did you have those two sisters fighting over you?
The same
Was
time I
that
was dating Princess, literally,
okay?
like yeah.
Okay. I didn't remember when that was in the timeline.
That was when I got kicked out and still walked up to the school and hung out at the school every day. Like
Yeah.
both of the
That's
sisters,
yes.
like I met the sisters, like I met the one girl through this one hoe I was talking to at school. She was friends with her. And yeah, me and her was kicking it cool. Like she was like, "I like your eyes." I was like one day I was just so mad because there was this girl named Faith. That's the hoe I was talking about. Uh, yeah. Uh,
Oh,
yeah.
Faith.
Different Faith, by the way. Um, this girl Faith at
Oh, okay.
school. Yeah.
Well, either way.
Yeah. She was like, she liked me. Boom. Her friend walk up. Her friend's name is Natalie. Her friend Natalie was looking at me the whole time. I was like, why the fuck is you looking at me? She was like, she's with Natalie was like, she's about to go with Tony real quick. I was like, Tony, why?
One of
And
your
she was
homies,
like,
just by the way.
not my homie Tony, a different Tony.
Oh, well, never fucking
But
mind. All these people have the
yeah,
same fucking name.
one's name is Anthony, the other dude is Antonio. But yeah, pretty much, yeah, they both go by Tony. So from that, it was like, okay, boom, she probably gonna top him off in the bathroom or something. Who knows? He came back, Tony came back, he was like, bro, she wasn't trying to give nothing up. I was like, good. Fucking good. Good. She obviously want me good. Good. Boom. While that whole thing was taking place, Natalie was looking at me. I was like, I was heated. I was just like, bro. Natalie was looking me in my eyes, and it was like there was snow on the ground that day, but it was sunny out and shit. She was looking me in my eyes. I was like, why the fuck you looking at me in my eyes? Your eyes look like chocolate. Like, why the fuck is you looking at me in my eyes? Look at your own. Like, and she started laughing. All my other homies started laughing because my homie Jesus was there too. So she started laughing, and then her ride came. She ended up giving me a hug. I was like, that's weird. I don't even really know you. Why the fuck you giving me a hug? Fast forward, get to like spring type shit. I'm still walking up to school at that time, and I end up meeting this girl, which I knew prior. She walked around the school. She would look at me in the hallway, but I never said nothing. Me and her never had no class. So I ended up texting her because she had my snap. She had my snap back when I was in middle school, which is crazy. Like I didn't think she had my shit. Like so I ended up texting her like, "Hey, boom, boom, boom." She was like, we had this conversation. She ended up liking me from that. And turned to find out I go up to the school the next day. I end up finding out they sisters. I'm just like, Natalie and her are sisters? Wow. So the girl I just met, I was like, I want your sister, Natalie. She thick. I want her. You decent. But her? I want her. So they both was arguing with each other. She would get mad when Natalie kissed me and shit. So the one girl took my hat. She took my hat. Like I was wearing, I think, a stocking hat at that day. It was like a Levi stocking hat. I still have it to this day. But yeah, it was one of those. She took it off. I was like, oh hell no, give that shit back. Natalie was sitting down on the bench because at that school, the school I went to, there was a bench with the name of the school on it and shit. Yeah, boom. So her sister started bending over, so and scooting back to where her ass is on my dick and shit, doing that shit. Like I'm like, bro, Natalie, get your sister. She's bending over in front of me where I can't even reach over and get my hat. I ended up grabbing my hat. She ended up getting mad and walking off. And she ended up telling her friends, like, yeah, I wish he liked me, boom, 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 but he liked my sister, blah, blah, blah. While I was sitting with Natalie and shit, Natalie was like, we was pretty much coupled up and shit. She ended up breaking up with her boyfriend because at that time she ended up starting to date someone. She ended up dating someone. And while she liked me at that time. And I was just like, wow. Like, she ended up breaking up with him and talking to me. She was like, yeah, I broke up with him for you. I was like, shit, bet, bet, because I want you. I want you. But I was in a relationship at that time. You see what I'm saying? I was hoeing. Like, I was hoeing. Like, capital H. Like, but yeah, from that, I ended up like they wanted me to go up there when they were in summer school. I was like, I'm gonna go up. Never showed up. I ended up ghosting them because that's when problems started occurring at Mr. King Firewolf 13's birthday party. I ended up getting
Yeah.
caught up, and yeah, yeah, I ended up getting caught up, and from there I was just in a little depressive state. Like, yeah, I fucked up. Boom, boom, boom. You know, I fucked up.
Yeah.
I ended up ghosting every female I had an encounter with, dead ass, every female. I
For
was
you
off
to do
social
that is
media.
crazy.
I was
That's how
off
you
I was
know.
off
That's
I
how
was
you
off
know
Instagram for a
you were in
while.
some
Like
sort
I didn't
of weird state. That's how you know.
I got off Instagram and that's when I was posting every fucking day on Instagram too. I ended up getting off Instagram completely, didn't feel like getting on Instagram at all, and I started posting on my story like on Snapchat every once in a while, but I was off Snapchat and off Instagram. I didn't fully get into posting back on Instagram until 2021 is when I actually felt okay, I'm gonna post on Instagram. Cause I was yeah, that shit had me fucked up, bro. With Princess, that shit had me fucked, bro. I was mentally fucking not
Yeah.
there. I was mad at everybody. Myself, I was mad at everybody, boy. Like, good thing
Yeah.
me and her is cool now. We had that conversation about
Yeah.
that shit, yeah.
But you
But
could be even cooler if it. Yeah. Anyway.
but that's that was like at the peak of my shit. Like I was like that's when I was like, oh shit, I am a sexy ass nigga. Like every bitch want me type shit. Like that was a real eye opener. Still to this day, I'm still shocked that females want me. Still kind of shocked, but it's just like, eh, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the shitstorm of bitches for you.
Yeah. Well, mine's not over. That was yours.
Yep, now it's you.
Back
In
to me.
fact,
But
that
before
from
I
all that
continue
that goes
on,
into what he went through with some. She was a fine. I'm telling you, the girl
hold on.
that
Before I
Mr.
go to
King
that,
Fireful was talking to,
before I go to that,
fine as shit. Like.
before I go to that, um, speaking of group chats that were mentioned
Shit, I'll
20, 30 minutes ago,
shit, I'll let the girl that
I was in a
sit on my face.
group
I
chat.
mean,
Um, it was me. As this whole back to my relationship that I was in before high school. It was me, the girl I was with, her friend, the fake account,
me.
and Sir Capelot, all in the same group chat. Because I was trying to get that fucking fake account to stop texting me. But then we all got put in a group chat together. So then we came up with an idea of like, hey, why don't you pretend to hit up and date the fucking account? Which was,
Yeah, and I was like, say no more.
or like her friend that because she was like behind the account. And
Trying
then
to find out her
that's
friend.
when you ended up finding out and then telling me and then whatever and then yeah, the story continues from there.
Yeah.
I said that earlier, but yeah, I forgot to mention that. And then the other thing that I'm going to mention, I'll mention at the end before we sign off. So, back to the shitstorm. So, junior year, because after the whole ghosting thing happened, I was like, okay, I'm fucking done for a while. Like that was fucking stupid bullshit. That was in like October. So then nothing. I didn't do anything again until Olivia, right? Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
I know way too
Yeah.
many fucking people with that name. But
Every
yeah,
time I hear Olivia, I think about Olivia Baker,
who?
All American.
Oh,
Olivia Baker.
yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, I know too many people with that fucking name. But yeah, that's the. But yeah,
Olive.
then I started, talking to her.
That's when he
Uh,
went to Iowa.
yeah, went to Iowa. I've told this story on the podcast because it happened in a somewhat recent podcast. Um, yeah, but I'll quickly recap the story. So I add her on Snap because I found her Snap through her
Instagram bio.
TikTok, I think.
Oh, TikTok.
Either Instagram or TikTok, which I found her TikTok because she posted her TikTok on her Instagram. Either way, I found it through one of her accounts because it was in her bio or something. So I added it. She added me back. Cool. Cool. I start talking to her a little bit after that. And we're hitting it off. I'm like, damn. Because even when we were in school and, it was COVID was going on, so she had like a mask on her face. But, she would take it off every once in a while and like drink water or whatever. And it's like, damn, she's like, she kind of cute. Not kind of, like she is. But yeah.
She was
Um,
fine as shit, boy.
Yeah, and then it got to a point where I was like, damn, I have to hit her up. So I did. And we were talking, whatever. I went out of town. She did something to her eye.
With the gel blaster, I think.
Yeah, some fucking gun thing.
Orby gun, gel blaster.
Yeah, yep. That's what it was. And so I was like, well, hopefully your eye feels better. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. The next day comes. I'm kind of like, hey, how's your eye? And then she said, okay. And I was like, okay, okay, or like, okay, not actually okay, okay. And then, it surprised me because she actually, opened up a tiny bit when I said that. So I was just like, okay, this is going pretty fucking well. Little did I know how it would end up. I don't know if it was the next day or that night or whatever, but I ended up coming back. Um,
You were waiting for a text from her,
yeah, I
and
came back because I knew for a fact, because I was on the way home, I was like, damn, bro, because I texted you. I was like, I'm feeling it a little bit. Like, should I like make a move or should I like wait a little
Ask her
bit
for a
longer?
number and shit.
Yeah, or should I like wait a little longer? And you said to wait a little longer, and I was like, that's probably smarter. But I've got burned doing that before. That's why I didn't want to do it, because it was, I had got ghosted before, so I was like, I don't want that to happen again. Of course, it fucking did. But it
The
wasn't
reason
just
why I
being
said
ghosted
wait
that
for a
time;
little
it was
bit
being
though is
ghosted and
because
blocked.
it seemed good. It seemed very good. You was sending me shit
Well,
going like, oh
yeah,
yeah,
when
she
you
did
said
this.
that, when you said that, I agreed with you. I'm just saying.
So I just was like, yeah, if she answers later tonight, boom, ask for her number. And
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I was like, that's why I asked you because I was like, I trust you. Like, what should I do? Like, should I do this or should I wait a little bit? You said to wait a little bit. I was gonna like listen to your what you said. I was just saying
yeah,
why I didn't want to wait was because of what happened in the past.
yeah, understandable.
But of course, history repeats itself, as it says.
She ended up pretty much posting on her story, going like, hit me up, blah blah blah. You end up hitting her up. I tell you, go, bro, hit her up, see if she's gonna answer. She opened your shit, didn't even answer.
Well, it was undelivered for a while. I kind of kept checking
Yeah,
back on my card, and then it said open. I was like, oh, she opened it.
turned to
But
find
it was
out
also
she
at the same
blocked her.
time. But it was also at the same time that Snap was kind of acting really weird. So it would say
Yeah,
open, and they sent a message back, but it wouldn't show they sent one. Because I was having that issue. Like I had that issue with you. I had that issue with like Lloyd. I had that issue with everybody. Like I had to keep checking it sometimes to see if it would send a message. Um, so I kept checking it, and like it still says open. So I click on it. And I'm like, I forgot why I clicked on it the first time. I was like checking, like double checking if she like unadded me or something. I don't remember. I don't fucking remember. Um, or maybe I couldn't like, cause you can replay stories. Maybe I couldn't do that anymore, and I was trying to figure out. I'm like, did she unadd me or something? And then I go to sleep because I couldn't find anything wrong. I go to sleep. The next day I wake up, I check, and then it says add a friend. I'm like, huh?
before that even happened though, you asked me, did she unadd you? I was like, well, if I was like pretty much, well, if you look at her page and go through the messages, it should say, re-add this friend, blah blah blah.
Well, it
And he
didn't
was like,
say
it
re-add
don't
yet.
say that. Then I was like, yeah, she must have blocked you then, because it will still show her name and all that. But yeah, you was like, well, I'm gonna
Yeah,
just go to sleep and figure
it
out
never said,
tomorrow.
and yeah, it never said any. It never gave me any indication that it was anything else until the next morning when I woke up and then it clicked on her Bitmoji and it said add friend. I was like, huh? That's fucking weird. She unadded me. And then I tried to do. I think I logged out of Snapchat for whatever reason. Or I updated it, or and it logged me. I got logged out of Snapchat. I logged out,
It
or I
was
got
one of
logged
those
out.
updates where it logged him out. Like,
And then I go back into it, and then the chat's gone, because it still showed the chat was there, like opened, however long ago. The chat was gone, and then I was like, okay. And I was in a party with you and Polak, and Polak's like, can you search her name up or whatever? I'm like, and I couldn't, and I tried to search it, and it popped up nothing. I was like, holy fucking shit, she blocked me. And that's pissed me off to the max. Pissed all three of us off. That were in there. Like, oh, that's some bullshit.
I just sat there and was like, you didn't have the audacity to even text him. Like,
It's not even
it was
like, bro, that
if you were
shit.
talking to somebody, I would understand. Boom. But you still have to say something.
Like,
That
don't like,
just
especially
blocking
when we were
somebody
having,
for no fucking reason
especially
is
when we
just
were actually
childish.
having, because we were having good conversations. It's not even like it wasn't dry. I mean, she was somewhat being dry, but then like I said, I would go a little further, and then she'd actually respond with like an actual like not dry response. So it was like not really that dry, but
But
whatever.
yeah, she was fine as shit, but as soon as he showed me a picture of what she looked like, I was like, okay, like,
Because I screen recorded my whole thing to show you, and then you saw the picture, and it was like I can really see what she looked like, and then I showed you. You're like, oh damn, okay.
like shit, I would let her sit on my face. Looking that good, shit. Damn, like, damn.
But yeah,
But yeah, that shit happened, and then from there,
and then the most recent one was when we were at the park, and with that girl, yeah. But I don't really know what the fuck was going on there, so.
wait, what girl? When we was at the
The
park?
the one remember I was at the park, me, you, Justin, and I was
Oh,
like,
the mother.
no, the one I was talking to.
Oh, I
The one
don't
that
even
you told me
remember the
that I
girl
should
you was talking
snap.
to at them. Yeah, I was like, snap her, boom, boom, boom. But
And
I
you
don't
saw what
even
she looked.
remember
You thought
the
she was
girl's
fine too,
name.
but yeah,
Yeah,
her name
yeah.
was Francesca. That was her. Because I saw her come into work, and I was like, oh shit, she fine as shit. Yeah,
But she came into your work and shit. Damn.
yeah. And that's when I first decided I was gonna text her. Yeah, but yeah. So that's the end of the shitstorm. The shitstorm's still kind of going on. We're in another break period. But there was, like I said,
Man,
there
I'm
was
in a
a
break
lot
period.
there was a lot in the middle that I didn't mention, just for one reason or another, just because either nothing notable happened, or and here we go. Um, if you guys are interested in hearing about all these other stories that we have, even in a way more condensed fashion than a long form podcast,
Yeah.
then tell us if you want to see us rank our exes, or for me, people I've talked to slash liked, because I
uh.
only have 3 exes, and that wouldn't be a very fun video.
Oh yeah, Carly. She was fine as fuck, bro. Why did she go that shit? She
But
was,
yeah,
her body was banging, bro. Like,
because
damn, like,
we are thinking about making a video. We've been thinking about it for a while, making a video like that, and this
yeah.
is the perfect setup for it.
We talked
So
about it when we first made this podcast, to be honest with
yeah,
you. When we first
so
made our first podcast, we've been talking about it.
so we'll probably make it eventually. But if you guys really want to, if anyone out there really wants to see it, let us know either in the comments of this video or through social media somehow.
And if y'all didn't know, yeah, I didn't get the boxing gloves from because I had to move and then I moved back, so it was just like, yeah, I didn't know if I would be able to film the boxing video. So I'm planning on doing it next year. I'm setting everything up, having everything scheduled, like video wise, content wise, because next summer I want to go crazy. Like right now I'm focused on gaming, but next summer, real life content. I got y'all with that for sure. Just keep your eyes out. That's all I can really say. Keep your eyes out. You know, Mr. King Firewolf is probably still doing football videos. Still gotta film
Well,
some
the
of
one
those
football
and
video I was
probably.
gonna do, I decided not to do anymore. Just because A, it's been a really long time. B, I would have had to reshoot some of it. And the other reason is because they already decided on the position he's gonna play. So
Damn.
it kind of renders it useless. But the reason I took a break from it in the first place is because I had the shoulder problem, and then I was making draft content for Instagram, and then when I was gonna pick it back up again, I got fucking busy with driving and this other
Going out of town.
somewhat internship thing that I'm doing. Yeah, which
Yeah.
you can learn
But
about if I get the job.
Yeah, like from that, like I was just like, boom. I got all my shit planned for next summer. Live content, actual face reveal on the way. Looking ass shit, like shit like that. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, like obviously Polak's not here, David's not here. This is just us thing because Polak's been I don't know where he's been. Like dead ass. I
He's
haven't
been
spoke to him for
here,
a
but he
while.
hasn't been.
He been
He
here, but
hasn't
he
been.
hasn't been
He
here
hasn't been.
for
He's been in the
podcasts.
party with us. Yeah. Every time we do podcasts, he's not fucking here. So whatever.
Yeah, yeah, shit like that. That is what it is. We started it like this, so this is how we's gonna be. On God. Um, yeah. From all that shit we've been through, shitstorm still. We're still through the shitstorm right now. Like,
Yeah. The only difference, though. Oh, whoa.
whoa, you're super close. What the fuck?
my, 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 co- my controller died, and then it came back. It reconnected, and then I was like right in front of your face.
I
I was
looked.
like,
I
whoa,
was like,
whoa.
what the fuck? But
Anyway,
yeah, we're still in a little shitstorm, but it's not like a bad shitstorm for me anyway. It's
but
mainly me just not wanting to talk to anybody like
I'd say
on a serious term type shit.
for me, I've run out of people to talk to. Because it used to be, I was in school, there was people. Now there's a girl I want to
And
talk
me and
to,
him,
but I tried, never got any response or anything. So
me and
see if
him
anything
always had
else.
that
Now
conversation.
it's
Like if I
now
even get his
now we're gonna
Snapchat for a day,
see.
I'll end up.
Now we're gonna see if anything else happens. Really, that's about all I can do. So
But yeah, like we always had this conversation. Like if I had a snap for a day, he'll have some females hitting him up. Like I'll have his whole Snapchat to where it says message you received a message. His whole Snapchat. As soon as he logs in, he'll see a shit ton of messages. I'm that type of. I got that type of riz, my guy. But I'm chilling.
not that there's any girls on my Snap for him to talk to, but yeah, because there really isn't.
Yeah, most of them have boyfriends.
Or they just, or just they don't exist, or I don't talk to them anymore, or haven't talked to them forever, and they probably unadded me. Like one girl
Speaking of
that I was
that, I still
somewhat
need to
cool
go through
with
my snap.
unadded me for no reason. I was just like, oh, I was just scrolling through one day. I was like, oh, okay, cool, bro.
Yeah,
But so that's the story of me. Bullshit.
yeah, that's the story of both of us at that time. Cause our shit was going back to back when it came down to shit. Like he would go through something, then a few months later I would go through something.
And then it
Then
was
he would
mostly
go through
you for
something.
a
It was
period,
just
because
like,
like I said,
yeah.
I took a break because I was done with shit.
Yeah, and that's when cause we know, well, I know this artist, like me and him are cool. He knows him too, but
Mm-hmm.
cause I put him on to him, like, his name not cool, um, if y'all want to check him out, go check him out. But, yeah, I would listen to his songs every day, and this motherfucker right here was like, sounds like you.
It literally sounds like what you're going through, and I can say the same thing for me. Sounds like it's like he made songs for us, you know? That's what it felt like, because
Yeah, it
it
was
was
like
always
every
perfectly
time he
timed.
dropped the songs, it was like at the same time we were going through something. So it was like it would get our attention really
Yeah.
easy. Shout out to Naku, by the way. Yeah, shout out to him. He's doing his thing. He's not posting every day, but or every week like how he used to be, but you know, he's still doing his shit. Can't hate him for that.
Hmm.
But with all that being said, I think we made it to the end of this
I think so too.
little shitstorm
We're at 100
podcast.
minutes, so an hour and 40
Uh,
minutes.
with that being said, it's your boy, Capilotno GG, King Follow of 13.
Oh, there's no mirror this time, so
Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. With all that being said, see y'all in the next video. Real shit.
see you guys.
Peace out.
Woo!
See ya.